because I know you don't like frogs very much. You must actually tell us the story of, what's his name, Billy, jump like a frog.
Yeah.
But I'm going to ask you that story just now, but basically just a quick, very basic breakdown of it. We might touch on it again as we talk with other people as well. But tomorrow evening we're going to do the afternoon drive as normal, and then we'll go straight from basically the evening drive. So as we change over to the evening, we're going to go to a frogging expedition, and we're going to go look around Treehouse Dam, and well, not the whole dam, around the edges of it, and see what kind of frogs and toads and things we can find. But Rex, and then, and I want to ask you a question more from your experience, and I mean, I've also done a fair amount of later night drives. The benefit of, and that's what we're going to do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, is we're going to go out later, about 10 until 12, maybe later, 1 o'clock, even if there's something happening. But Rex, there's a bit, I mean, you can still find leopard and lion, your typical big nocturnal stuff, but if you can make a prediction, we've got 3 nights, so that's a total of between 6 and 10 hours of night drive, between 10 and 1 o'clock. What kind of things do you think we could see that typically we don't expect to see early evening?
Possibilities of seeing, I mean, porcupines, it's very high at night, and you know, all these civet and maybe even several, you may get to see them out by that time, because
aardvark maybe.
Yeah, aardvark sometimes you might come across with it, because it tend to be so much quiet, and all the species that are really getting active in the course of the day, you might find them in more into the open. They're not that much busy. So you find all these nocturnal animals are getting more busy. Leopard and the lion, you know, it's a common. You might get to see them, for instance, if you follow them, if you lucky come across with it, because by that time also they're more active around, and it depends if it's a full moon. If it's a full moon, there's less activity of them, but if it's dark, you may get to see a lot of them into the area. I never know, the signal will be playing a little bit of tricky because of the weather. It's a little bit at night, you know, the wind is not there and the clouds are building up at night sometimes. Tend to be a thick layer of wind in the area, so it can be something like, but definitely you may come across with species that are recently caught them that might be active into the area. Maybe it will be first porcupine,
like a nice one.
Yeah, nice one.
Maybe a leopard and a porcupine.
Yeah, leopard and it can happen.
Now, Rex, one I'm hoping for, and certainly I'm sure many of you have got possibilities and thoughts that we might see. I'm hoping maybe for a pangolin.
Pangolin.
That would be, I think, possibly one of my number one ones to see, if we could.
I'm not sure whether it's active at night.
Yeah, they're active that time. Late at night, yeah.
Late at night. Yeah.
I must actually, the best person to ask would be Jonathan Swartz.
Yeah.
He used to study them. But no, they're active late into the night, I think, to an extent the same as the porcupines and aardvark and so on.
Yeah, it could be, because they start to active like late 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, somewhere down there.
What's that?
Insect.
Grasshopper.
Grasshopper.
Cool, man.
So really, yeah.
Rex, we're still going to have you going away again 22nd.
I'm
got
going,
another break.
Yeah, I'm 22nd. Yeah,
somewhere there. So we've still got
21st
this week.
21st is my closing day. Friday, which I'm gonna go out and check around outside a lot.
We're going to have a few fun things. Also, we'll mention the weekend, but not going to be that many walks this week. Probably not any, because of the late evenings and so on. So hopefully we can get a bit of a break from the ticks. I believe you had a bit of a dousing. Tell us quickly about that, and then we'll go to.
It gave me one day. I was thinking something is biting me. I didn't realize what's going on. Myself and him, and we're out.
I just start itching everywhere.
And start itching everywhere. I don't know what's going on. I start to scratch myself everywhere. When I get to Cheetah Catland, I have thought, no, man, it could be pepper ticks, but I was not aware, because I was doing walking around here. And I didn't think like we can pick up on pepper ticks around the area, because we're walking around in the road. When I check my arm, I can see 5 of them.
Just on your arm?
On my arm. I said, no, man, something that makes me itch everywhere is the pepper ticks. I have to quickly go to the camp and get mosquito repellent, and I can spray myself. I know that they won't able to last. They can die so quick. Then they can get relief on the skin itself. I won't get more itchy while I'm driving around here. So it's something that, more especially wearing a long trouser. Now it's really, it might be a trouble if you go out and walk around the area, because they can able to. Yeah, no, there's lots of them. Lots of them.
They find little spots.
But very interesting. If you itch yourself, you'll never ever end up, you'll keep on scratching all the time.
For Rex, it's the best scratcher. It's the best itch to scratch is a pepper tick bite. Nothing beats it. I've not found anything that's more fun. And like you said, you won't stop. It'll take you a week or two.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Rex, thank you for this afternoon as well. It was good fun, and we're going to have a few interesting things this week. As always, nice to be around the fire with you, and yeah,
thank you so much.
Let's see what happens this week. There's going to be some fun things.
Hope the Babalu tomorrow is going to be running perfect.
We'll make a plan. Guys, just speaking of the Babalu, Simon's going to come join us quickly. As we mentioned during the drive as well, we didn't actually manage to find the part on the tank, but Rex and things, he might be able to scavenge another part of the tank and replace it with that. He's quite good with cars, so he's going to make a plan. But yeah, we'll get it up and running again at some stage. He's been running for 40 years now, so I'm sure we'll make another plan. Simon, you've been on days off, are on days off?
Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah, yeah, it's interesting. I'm technically on my leave right now, but as some of you've been watching for the past couple of weeks, we've had interesting times here at Wild Earth with the communications going down here and there, and the tower getting struck by lightning. So we were out of it for a while. So yeah, when it came back on, we were sort of out of the loop a little bit. Not too sure what day it was and all that. So I think we came back just closely, I think the day before my leave was, and I think Rexon actually mentioned it. It was like, hey, isn't your leave today? And I had to go back on my computer and look like, oh, yeah, it is. But I do enjoy being here, so it's going to kind of be like my first leave where I just stuck around a little bit, but I'll still help out as I do love it, and this week sounds like it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, there's going to be interesting things happening. Simon, just actually speaking of the lightning that caused all the havoc, I believe it burnt a lot of things, but you were here obviously for the time. Was it quite a big storm? Was there lightning striking all around?
Yeah, it was a big storm. Rex and I were actually out for the afternoon drive. We got a little bit in and can't remember where we were on the roads, but we just looked ahead of us and just dark clouds and we could see the rain coming, but behind us was still bright and sunny, so we just turned around to kind of go that way to see if we couldn't race the storm to get a little bit more of a game drive out there. But as we were coming closer to quarantine again, just off to our left, there was more clouds coming in, and we also got a little bit of the rain there, and so we had to rush back. And this was also the time that the water hole cameras were down at the moment, so when I got back into the final control, it was really starting to pour then, and two woodland kingfishers just managed to land right outside the window, and then it's when we had just a bright flash just right outside the final control, and the loud thunder, and I think that's when the lightning struck the tower.
So you could actually sort of sense it being, this one was close.
Yeah, this one was close. I think Herman was even sitting by his room and saw the flashes as well, where I was in the final control, and just loud crack and just a bright flash outside the window, and it's wow.
Yeah, and a big lightning storm was like that.
Yeah.
I remember once in one of the lodges that I worked in Pilanesberg, it was on a hill, so it was quite a spectacular setting, but any lodge, especially thatch roof, well, not any place with thatch roofs, which most lodges are, they've got these lightning conductors next to each thatch. Every structure has got a lightning conductor next to it, and we had two guests that were on their way up for, I think it was dinner. It was late afternoon, evening, and they were walking up the stairs. It's a lot of stairs. The whole place is on the hilltop, and they walked past from me to closer than you from us, probably 6-8 feet. And the lightning struck the tower actually, so they actually saw the lightning. They saw the glow of it coming down the whole, and they got up to the top and they had eyes about the size of saucepans. So
it's definitely interesting. It reminds me when I was younger, I played a lot of softball, and actually one of our games did get canceled due to the storms. And actually when we were driving home, it was my mom, myself, and one of my brothers. Yeah, just lightning struck street lamp just right in front of us, and then we could see the bolt, and the light just literally just shattered, and so that was definitely interesting. We were all wide-eyed as